Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramagurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Good day. In the last edition of my talk, we saw how Ambe, despite getting the help from Lord Parshurama, could not marry Bhishma, or Parshurama could not defeat Bhishma. Thereby, she took a vow to herself, saying that I will become an ascetic and I will pray to gods and I will receive the boons and then kill Bhishma. Throughout her life, her only aim was to kill Bhishma. We should understand that. So now, with that idea in mind, she begins a lot of severe penances. She visits so many ashrams. Then she said that for days together, standing on a single toe, she used to meditate and pray. And she used to be in the river water for days together and meditate. And just by eating dry leaves, she used to meditate. Such was the power or the will or the concentration of Ambe. She was regarded as an extremely great ascetic who has done lot of tapas and meditation and prayers. So one day when she was praying by the side of river Ganges, the Gange goddess Gange came from the water and she asked, "What is that this Ambe was doing?" For which Ambe replies that my intention is to kill Bhishma, who spoilt my life, and thereby I am doing all sorts of penances and prayers and meditation to get boons from gods so that I can kill Bhishma. We should understand that Bhishma was Gange's son, and Gange says, yes, you can attain whatever you want, but your intention is to harm somebody, your intention is to kill somebody. When the intention itself is adharmic, whatever you do will not come to pass. It will not happen easily because your intention is very bad. But but Ambe is not deterred by her talk, and she continues her penances with renewed vigor. And through her yogic power, it sacrificed half of her life itself to the gods to please them. Normally, when people like us die, it will get rotten and spread a very bad smell within a few days if it is not burnt. But it is believed that when ascetics die, they continue their doing their good work in various forms, and one of them is it is said they become rivers, thereby doing good to generations of men who will use that water for drinking, feeding, and other purposes in their daily life. Such is the power of ascetics. But because Ambe's intention were bad, even though when she sacrificed half of her life, that became a river with muddy waters. And there it did not have a perennial supply of water, thereby it was useless to humans at that time. With half life, she began to pray to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva, pleased with her extreme ascetic practices, appeared one day and he asked, "What is that you want? What boon do you want?" Ambe requests Shiva, "Let me become a man and let me kill Bhishma. This is the boon I am seeking from you." For which Shiva says, "You will become a man who will be instrumental in the death of Bhishma. And here is a garland. Take this. A person who wears this garland can kill Bhishma." Ambe is very happy. At last, here is a solution to finish off my enemy, she thinks. And she goes to the various kings in the neighborhood and says, "I have prayed to Lord Shiva and he has appeared." And she tells this story saying that, "You please wear this garland and go and wage a battle with Bhishma and he will be killed." But such was the power of Bhishma that no king in the surroundings, no kings in the country were ready to wage a battle or fight against Bhishma. Even though, in spite of Ambe telling that she has a garland given from Lord Shiva himself, Everybody flatly refused, saying that no, no, we do not want to wage a war against Bhishma. We have nothing against him. This Ambe was really crestfallen and she did not know what to do. Once all the efforts in getting a husband for her failed. Now, with great penances and with half of her life gone, and she got and despite getting a boon from Lord Shiva, now no guy, no king is willing to take on Bhishma. What should I do? What happens to Lord Shiva's boon? She arrives at a small kingdom of Panchali, ruled by King Drupada. This was a small kingdom ruled by King Drupada. And when Ambe comes to the kingdom, the king gives her a patient hearing and asks what she wants. She says the same story that you wear the garland, you can kill Bhishma, and I'll be happy. For which the king flatly refuses, as refused by other kings. He says, see, none of the kings I approached was daring enough to take this garland and kill Bhishma. What do I do with this garland? You please keep this garland to himself. I am going to end my life. King Drupada was very much afraid. No, 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 I do not want the garland here because if Bhishma comes to know, he may wage a war against me, and I being a small time king, I cannot face him. You take the garland away and you go away from here. Please don't come here. King Drupada says. Ambe was left with no choice. She drops that garland in a nearby forest, and to her yogic powers, she sacrifices the other life also. Meaning, in the layman's language, she is dead. So here, the story of Ambe, as far as one life is concerned, will end. However, parallelly, we come back to the King Drupada. King Drupada did not have any children. He and his wife did great tapasa to Lord Shiva, and when Lord Shiva appeared, they asked him, grant us a boon so that we can beget a son who can rule our kingdom. Lord Shiva says, Tatastu, and he goes away. And due to the power of that boon, eventually this Drupada's queen becomes pregnant, and delivery happens. And to the surprise, dismay, or whatever you call it, instead of a boy, a girl is born. But such was the faith, in the words of Lord Shiva, for King Drupada, that he refused to look at her as a girl. He brought him up as a boy himself, as a prince in the kingdom. And the more surprising thing is that this baby, when it was born, nobody apart from the king and the queen, that is Drupada and his wife, knew that the queen had delivered a girl. It was circulated that the queen delivered a boy only, because they had such faith in Lord Shiva's words. And this girl was named as Shikandi, which is a boy's name. Now we have to stop here a moment, saying that the word Shikandi is loosely associated or wrongly translated as a transgender, to mean as a transgender. No, it is not. Shikandi is a boy's name. Just as copying a piece of paper is called Xerox now. Xerox is the name of a company, but we call Xerox. Xerox means copy. Just like that, now Shikandi means we understand that it is a transgender. No, at that time Shikandi was a boy's name. So this Shikandi, she was a girl, was brought up as a boy. And when she came out of the marriageable years, eventually the king and the queen started searching alliance for that. Now, who should be the alliance? She is a girl, brought up as a boy and known as a boy. The alien should be a girl, or should it be a boy? So, but the king did not have any such dilemma. King and the queen, they said, Shiva has said that this will be a boy, so it is a boy. So we will find a girl for him. See, such is the power of the faith. As they say, faith can move mountains. This Drupada and his queen were so much convinced about Shiva's words that it will come to pass, or it will happen, or it is happening, something like that. So they searched for an alliance, and the neighboring kingdom, there was a king named Hiranyavarma who had a very beautiful daughter. Alliance was set up between Hiranyavarma's daughter and Shikandi. And on the appointed day, both of them got married. Lesbian marriage. We call it as lesbian marriage in the present day. So lesbian marriage was there in the during Mahabharata time also, but not in the way as we represent here. There also two girls got married. That is Shikandi as a girl and the daughter of Hiranyavarma. But on the wedding night, it was known that this Shikandi was not a boy, but he was a girl. And this news reached the Hiranyavarma and his wife. And he became very furious, and he said, we will wage a war against Drupada king because knowing well that Shikandi is a girl, why did he marry to my daughter? What sort of joke is this? Are they putting us down? Are they humiliating us? Are we to be the laughing stock? And he sent messengers and he sent, this is what has happened, and be prepared for the war. For which King Drupada, just imagine, he had so much faith that he says, he shoos away the messenger and says, go and tell your king, just because somebody told Shikandi is a girl, do you believe? Let there be a test carried out by elderly people. Let them know whether Shikandi is a boy or a girl. What you are talking? And he sends away. But within himself, there is fear, because once, if at all, Hiranyavarma agrees for a test to test Shikandi by elderly people, and if it is known that she is a girl, then the Hiranyavarma may wage a war against me, and I, being a small time king, I will definitely lose. I will lose all my wealth, all this kingdom, and I will become a commoner. He was so much worried. Seeing this tragic expressions of this king and queen, that is Drupada and his wife, that is the parents of Shikandi, Shikandi also got worried. All this is happening because I am born as a girl, brought up as a boy, and married to a girl again. I don't know what to do. And on the other side, Hiranyavarma agreed, okay, let us test Shikandi tomorrow, and let us find out whether he is really a boy or a girl. Let the test be carried out by elderly people. So this Shikandi is so much worried, and that he is the root cause for all the problems his parents are facing.